The Netflix series Bridgerton, based on Julia Quinn's novels, has won many fans with its colorful characters, detailed stories, and inclusive approach. Even though the show has made lots of changes from the book, still fans accepted those changes. But in Season 3, they have made the biggest change from the books to the show, which is Francesca Bridgerton's love interest. In the books, she falls for Michael Stirling. In the show, however, Michael has been changed to Michaela Stirling, making Francesca's love story a queer romance. This change has led to a lot of discussion and mixed reactions from fans. Let's look at why this change was made, the reactions to it, and what the people behind the show and the author, Julia Quinn, have to say. In the original Bridgerton book series, Francesca's love story happens in When He Was Wicked. In the book, she falls in love with Michael Stirling, her late husband's cousin. But in the Netflix show, Michael is now Michaela Stirling. This means Francesca's love story will be a queer romance in the show. This big change has caused both excitement and upset among fans. Showrunner Jess Brownell said that the change from Michael to Michaela was not done without careful thought. She had many talks with Julia Quinn, who wrote the books. Julia Quinn gave her blessing to make the change. Brownell said that both she and Quinn wanted Bridgerton to be more diverse and inclusive. Julia Quinn also talked about why she supports this change. She said she had long talks with Jess Brownell about it. It was important to her that the change stayed true to the spirit of the book and the characters. She wanted Francesca's deep love for her late husband John to be shown in the show. Quinn said she is confident that Francesca's story in the show will be very emotional and touching. Quinn also addressed the fans who are upset about the change. She admitted that changing a main character's gender is a big deal, but she asked fans to trust her and the Shondaland team, who produced the show. Quinn believes that the adaptation will create two beautiful and moving stories, one in the books and one on screen. Despite Quinn's support, some fans are unhappy with the change. Even some of you watching this video also might be unhappy with this change. Lots of people like us feel that the show is straying too far from the books and ruining Michael's character. You might even feel that the original story should not be changed so much. However, some fans are excited about this change, express their thoughts on various social media platforms, such as Reddit and Instagram. They are happy to see a queer love story in Bridgerton. They think it adds depth and diversity to the series. The chemistry between Francesca, played by Hannah Dodd, and Michaela, played by Masali Baduza, has already gotten positive feedback from some. But still, the negative response was higher than the positive response from the audience. Jess Brownell responded to the backlash by explaining why the change was made. She said that the fan base is not all the same, and that it is impossible to make everyone happy. Brownell emphasized the importance of empathy for people who have not seen themselves represented in the Bridgerton world. She believes it is crucial to include and represent all people in the series. Brownell also explained that making Francesca's love story a queer romance was a careful decision. She looked to the books for themes and wanted to tell a story that reflects a queer experience. Brownell saw a chance to explore Francesca's feelings of being different through a queer lens. The showrunner said that Francesca's book resonated with her as a queer woman. She identified with Francesca's journey. Brownell believes that adapting Francesca's story to include a queer romance will add new emotional depth to the series. She is confident that the story will be beautiful and touching, with a happy ending. Brownell acknowledged that there would be pushback from fans who love the books as they are. She understands that some fans will be disheartened by the change, but she believes it is important to include queer representation in the series. Brownell hopes that fans will show empathy for those who have not seen themselves in Bridgerton, and will embrace the change. Quinn also talked about the importance of making Bridgerton more inclusive and diverse. She said she is committed to the world of Bridgerton, becoming more diverse as the stories move from book to screen. Quinn believes that changing Michael to Michaela is a step in the right direction and will make the series more representative of all people. The decision to introduce Michaela Stirling instead of Michael Stirling has sparked a lot of discussion among fans. While some are excited about the queer love story, others are upset about the change from the source material. Despite the backlash, both Jess Brownell and Julia Quinn are confident in the change and believe it will add depth and diversity to the series. Including a main queer romance in Bridgerton is a big step towards making the series more inclusive. It highlights the importance of empathy and understanding for those who have not seen themselves represented in the Bridgerton world. Changing from Michael to Michaela Stirling shows a commitment to diversity and inclusion in storytelling. As Bridgerton continues to grow, it is clear that the series is committed to telling diverse and inclusive stories. Changing Francesca's love interest is one example of how the show is adapting to reflect a more inclusive world. Both Julia Quinn and Jess Brownell are confident that the change will create a beautiful and moving story that resonates with all fans. Additionally, there is a growing concern among fans regarding Benedict Bridgerton's storyline. In the series, Benedict has been shown as a bisexual character, leading some fans to worry that his love interest, Sophie, might be changed to a male character. When asked about Benedict's future, showrunner Jess Brownell said, "I think we will continue that storyline of him exploring his fluidity going forward. This isn't the end of that. As far as Sophie, I can't say quite yet when she's popping up." These comments suggest that Benedict will likely have more male love interests in Season 4. However, Brownell's remarks also confirm that Sophie will definitely be Benedict's love interest at some point. The decision to change Francesca's love interest from Michael to Michaela Stirling in Bridgerton has caused both excitement and backlash. Showrunner Jess Brownell and author Julia Quinn have explained their reasons for the change and have asked fans to trust their vision. Including a main queer romance is a significant step towards making the series more inclusive. Despite the controversy, both Brownell and Quinn are confident that the adaptation will result in a beautiful and moving story that stays true to the spirit of the books. As Bridgerton continues to evolve, it is clear that the series is committed to telling diverse and inclusive stories that resonate with all fans. But personally, as someone who became a fan of the Bridgerton series through the original books, I must say I'm not a fan of this change. While I understand that making a TV show is different from writing a book and changes are sometimes needed, this particular change seems big to me. However, I do respect the decision of the people who make the show and appreciate their efforts to include more diverse stories. I know that every fan will feel differently about this change, and I'm very interested to hear what others think. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about changing Michael to Michaela? Does it make the story better for you, or does it move too far from the books you loved? And if you liked the video or found it interesting, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more discussions like this. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to reading all your comments and talking more with fellow Bridgerton fans.